family. What am I going to do now? I feel like I just made the biggest mistake of my life. And I don't know how I'm going to get past this. Hey Rising fam, if this is your first time watching, I am Shana Danielle, an inspirational speaker, author, and life coach. Welcome to my channel where I provide tips and inspiration to help you reach and walk in your purpose. I like to call this segment Fearless Friday. It's a day where we get to overcome our fears, where we get to learn tools to let go of our history and walk into our destiny. Today, we're going to explore how to overcome regret. But before we get started, please do me this favor. Press the red button to subscribe and press your bell notifications so you never miss a dose of your inspiration. Family, I missed y'all, like a lot. It's been a minute, but I've been busy. Run around with these 5 kids I got. And I was doing interviews and hosting vending events and, just a lot with, the release of the book. It's been a month now. And I'm excited to catch up with you guys. But I'm going to need y'all to bear with me, because this one a little long. It's been a minute. I got a lot on my heart I want to share with y'all. So, as an appreciation, for those of you that's going to stick around with me to the end, I got an extra surprise for you. But you got to watch the end to get it. So, without further ado, let's jump right on into it. Have you ever made a big mistake that may have hurt the people closest to you? Well, unless you're from some foreign planet or are an unidentified species known as something other than human, I am certain you have experienced some form of regret. Sometimes we find ourselves the cause of so much pain to the people around us. Some of our mistakes, whoo baby, they cost us money, they cost us time, they cost us our jobs, and even relationships. And after to being the source of our own pain or someone else's that we value, we often find ourselves trapped on that guilt merry-go-round. And once the drama all said and done, we usually end up feeling like the bad person, a person who no longer deserves love, no longer deserves happiness. If the wound we inflict is severe enough, we can even end up feeling like a monster. You might be surprised, but a lot of people report a life of regret. We start out young, so full of life. We got our whole life in front of us. Just crazy adventures to get into in the world. And while we in high school, seems like we got so many doors of opportunity just waiting for us to open them. However, as the years go by, many people end up not where they want to be. And then we reflect and we think about all the different directions our life could have went. Life reflections often turn into life regret. And for anybody to feel regret or remorse at this point in their life means they're not happy with how things turned out. These people often spend an excessive amount of time as well as their emotional energy on thinking about what could have been, what should have been, what would have been, and how just, things could have been different if only they made a different decision at some point in their life. The life-changing decision could have been an unexpected pregnancy, it could have been a college choice, it could have been a job change, or back to these bad relationships. These negative thoughts It only leads to low self-esteem, and low self-esteem eventually leads to depression, and then depression, whew! After that, we usually end up destroying whatever good relationships we have left. I remember when I went through a season of depression, I kind of fell back from talking to like pretty much everybody. During that period of my life, I lost my desire to write, to perform, to talk to God. You know, I felt worthless. I probably didn't even want to be a mom at that point in time. If I knew then what I knew now, I probably wouldn't have spiraled so badly out of control, and my book Rise probably would have been released sooner. And you know, I was just like, I was a temporary prisoner to my negative thoughts. Negative thoughts, they lead to a negative downward spiral, and it typically can be traced back to a painful event that we caused. That event, it usually leads to us feeling like a horrible person or a monster that don't deserve love and happiness. Kind of sort of like the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. The Beast didn't think that he was deserving of love, and he treated everybody around him badly. So, if you met me in my beast phase, baby, I apologize. I projected onto you how I felt about myself, and you didn't deserve to be treated that way. Family, I want you to know, as long as God give you breath in your lungs, just like the rose had petals in Beauty and the Beast, it's never too late to overcome regret or to rise and walk in your purpose. Do you want that negative downward spiral for yourself? No, nobody choose that. Well, the problem is if you have little or just lack self-discipline altogether, there's a high probability you're going to live a life of regret. You'll be thinking to yourself like, what if I just stay focused and stuck with the hard but necessary goals in front of me? Or what if I just stayed the course instead of dropping everything for whatever was, I guess, easier or fun? I mean, nobody need to think these kind of things. You know, those shoulda, woulda, coulda kind of things. It's not productive. And the sooner you realize life is hard and you gotta choose your hard, the easier things will get for you. Y'all, marriage is hard, but divorce is hard too. Being fit is hard, but being obese is hard too. Keeping good credit is hard, but being in debt is hard too. Being a business owner is hard, but child, being an employee is hard too. So family, life is hard. Choose your hard and keep moving forward. The worst part about regret is that it's lonely. You know, you end up thinking like you're the only person going through this hard thing. But that's not true, because if we're really honest with ourselves and say what's really in our heart, it's a lot of regret. Regret is very common. So I want to challenge all of us today to make the decision to be self-disciplined in the area of controlling the present. The past is the past, and we can't change that. The future has yet to be written. But the present, whoo, that's a beautiful gift. It's a gift that allows us to determine what present is inside the present. So let's discover 5 ways you can practice self-discipline to remove those self-sabotaging thoughts of regret. 1. Accept that humans are imperfect. We make mistakes. Some might be big, some might be small. But regardless of the mistake, it's not the end of your story. Create a plot twist. Keep moving forward. Number 2. Stop the negative self-talk. We talk to ourselves in our heads more than we talk to anybody else. Let me say that again. Stop the negative self-talk. Kill the chatter, because we talk to ourselves in our heads more than we talk to anybody else. So family, please be kind to yourself. In one of my blog posts, I make reference to a statement made by Ayanna Van Zandt when she was having a conversation with Pastor Addington Gray on her YouTube channel, Ab Unfiltered. She encouraged me to make statements like, I am love, I am peace, instead of I am peaceful or be peaceful. She taught the importance of being a noun. So from here on out, baby, go out and be peace. God already gave us everything we need. It's already on the inside of us. Why? Because He lives on the inside of us. I no longer have to approach a situation and try to be peaceful. I can approach the situation and be peace. So practice talking nicely to yourselves. That's important. Make confessions like, I am love, I am joy, I am more than enough. This will help you move past a state of regret and into a state of rejoice.
Everywhere that I go, when my feet shall trod, I will possess it. I got it. Everywhere that I go.
Number 3, change your surroundings. Determine what triggers your downward spirals. Is it the music you're listening to? Is it the people you hang with? Or do you feel down after you finish scrolling social media? I don't know what trigger you. Maybe you don't even know what trigger you. But it's important to identify the source of your negative thinking. Change your environment. Number 4, focus on your blessings. Focus on your blessings. Focus on your blessings. It's so important that we focus on our blessings. So I think what worked for me, I'm going to recommend to you, is you keep a gratitude journal, because gratitude is the biggest source of changing our attitude. I'm going to challenge you every day. Write down 1, 2, 3 things that you're grateful for, because the more you spend time thinking on the positive, the more you'll notice. You'll feel more calm, more joyful, more free. I actually just released a journal. I entitled it Rise into Purpose. It's a 90-day journal that has many different activities for people who don't know how to journal. And some of them are gratitude. I'll probably end up doing a separate video on this journal, but I just want you to remember, be thankful for what you have. It'll help you overcome regret. You know, for many of us, we thought 2020 was going to be the year that we achieved more, but 2020 has proven to be the year to appreciate what we already have. Last but not least, number 5, forgive yourself. Forgiveness has the power to set you free. When we hold on to unforgiveness, we become chained to our history, not physically capable of walking into our destiny. The Bible says forgive a person 70 times 7. And with that same measure we forgive other people, that's how we're going to be forgiven. Well, that also apply to you, baby. You can't give someone else what you haven't already given to yourself. So stop holding yourself back because of something you did in your past. Regardless of what anybody else has to say, baby, that's over. And anyone else who is still trying to hold you down because of some stuff you did 5 years ago, last year, last week, shoot, even earlier today, let them go and pray they receive their own healing. You cannot be healed and free from regret hanging on to people that's going to constantly remind you of what you did. Be intentional. Practice self-discipline. Remove the regret from your life. It's a poison. You have a whole future that is yet to be written. I love you. Let's ride and walk in our purpose. Family, I hope everyone has enjoyed this video. And I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. On my website, I'm having a Black Friday sale. And for today only, you could save 40%. Just use the code THANKS40. If this has helped you, give this video a big thumbs up. And if you want to stay motivated, subscribe to my channel, because together we can walk this path to success and self-growth every Friday. Don't miss out on any Fearless Friday episodes. Hit that bell icon to stay notified and stay motivated. Let me know what you think in the comments. Until next Friday, I love you. It's time to rise.